Hey everybody, Stacy Mascotti here, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It's really, really important to me what I'm going to share, and if it moves and inspires you, then I ask you and invite you to share it as well, and let's see how we can transform the world. I know, big deal. This might be the most important video I've ever made. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to share this with you. So some of you may remember back in May of this year, I was going to Vermont to do a road trip, and I was rocking about 3 hours of sleep. I posted this on Facebook, and it got a lot of attention, so I'm just going to share it with you again. So a little bit of sleep, needed some coffee, and I decided to go to Dunkin' Donuts. And I normally beat myself up inside when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, but I really am glad that I decided to go, and just goes to show, don't beat yourself up, because you never know what is happening in your life and how it's going to be used for good. So there was this gentleman sitting there, and he was just kind of like sitting on the bench, and everybody was walking past him, ignoring him, and just basically ignoring his entire existence. And I just finished a course called the Advanced course with Landmark Education, and I was just like full of infinite love for everybody, and I have been since then. And I stopped and I said, "Hey, how are you?" to this guy, and he looks up and he goes, "I'm hungry." And he was kind of ashamed of it, and it seemed like it was not like it was not something he normally talked about. And I said, "Okay, what do you want?" And he looked at me like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Croissant?" And I said, "Okay, what else? Because if you're hungry, you don't want just a croissant." And he goes, "Orange juice and a croissant?" And I said, "Okay, what else? Like, just ask me, it's okay." And isn't it interesting to, like, when someone is willing to help us, how challenging it can be to actually ask? So I said, "What else do you want?" And he goes, "Sausage, egg, and cheese, hash browns, and orange juice." And I said, "Okay, great." And I was about to turn in and go in the door, and something inside me said, "Wait, ask his name." And I said, "Hey, what's your name?" And he looked shocked that I asked that. And he goes, "It's Michael." And I went, "Hi, Michael, I'm Stacy." And we shook hands. I went inside, bought the food. It was like $5. $5 to transform this guy's whole moment and just like belief in the world, right? And it was really, really resonating with me inside as I was waiting in line to buy the food, that it was more shocking to him that I asked his name than me offering to buy him food. And so this moment of like humanity and dignity and all this stuff just was like really present to me. So I bought him the food, we sat down, we had a great conversation. He goes, "God is good." And I said, "Yes, she is." And I went on my way. I actually, before I went in the car, I posted this on Facebook because it really stuck with me that I used to be the kind of person who would just walk past and just be like, "Don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't help." And I would judge people like that, being like, "You just need to work harder. Like, how could you let this happen to you?" And I've had some financial challenges in my life, and it can happen to anybody. Very easily could have been me, it could be you. You know, I don't want to speak that over you, but we don't know what's going to happen. And out of breakdowns come breakthroughs. So in this moment, I was just like, wow, how many people have I walked past? And I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to live in that world. So I put this big Facebook post and I said, "Listen, and if you find a Michael across your path, then please stop, buy him some food, have a conversation with him, ask him his name, and just connect on that human level." Well, this post got liked 1,500 times. It got like 200 shares, 700 comments. It was like crazy town. It was the single most viral / popular post I'd ever posted in my life. And that also spoke to me. So as I'm driving to Vermont, I'm having all these thoughts about Michael and this experience. I just kind of put it on the side. And I'm doing a course right now called the Self-Expression and Leadership Program. And in it, we require and doing a community project. And on the first day, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And it was like, bing! How easy is that? So I am sharing with all of you this amazing project I'm doing called FindaMichael. Hashtag FindaMichael. And so what I want to have happen is to find 100 people, preferably locally here in the Philadelphia area, but I've already had people in Austin, Texas, who I've shared this with, take it to Austin, Texas, so I'm opening it up. I want 100 people of this amazing community that I'm creating of like open-hearted people, charitable people who want to transform the world. And between October 1st and November 4th, we are going to go each find two Michaels. They don't really have to be named Michael, though. They can be homeless. They can be hungry. They can just be, financially challenged at the moment. And we are going to pour love on them. We are going to help feed them. We're going to help them with whatever they need in that moment. Like, is it food, water, just someone to listen to? We're going to connect on a human level. We're going to ask them their name. We're going to hear their stories, because these are all people. These are all people that have families. These are all people that went to school. These are all people that have fallen in love. These are all people that have had the human experience. They are not just something to pass. So we're each going to find two. So we're going to, over the next, starting October 1st, 2 months, or month and a half. Month. It's 2.5 months. It's 6 weeks from now. So, okay, back to it. This month, we are going to impact the lives of 200 people that are feeling ignored, rejected, and abandoned by society and humanity. And we're going to help them find the resources and connect them to the resources to be living a life that they love, to get on that path again. Okay? So, here's my promise to you. If you decide and choose to come on this path with me, it's going to transform you. Especially if you're somebody that says, I can't really help people. And I just, if you're one of those people that did the blinders, I'm really inviting you to message me and say that you want to take part in this. It's not going to take a lot of your time. It's going to transform your soul. Because what happens is you, the people that are giving of the food, the love, the time, the attention, the connection, you then learn a template of how to live this way, full of life and joy and love and aliveness. And this is how we transform the planet. One person at a time, one Michael at a time. So if you want to really be hands-on in this, awesome, message me. Let's go. If you are somebody that, you're not quite sure if you want to partake in it, but you like the idea of it, here's what you can do. So I have a new page called Project FindaMichael, and that's where this is going to be the central hub of. So in this page on Facebook, if you come across a Michael, and if you help, and if you connect, I want you to post it to this page, and I want you to use the hashtag FindaMichael. Okay? Hashtag FindaMichael. I want you to share your stories. If you are so inspired, share this video and put the hashtag FindaMichael. Okay? I really want this hashtag to go everywhere and people go, who's Michael, right? Michael could be any of us. Michael, unfortunately, might be some of us. We might find ourselves hungry or homeless. All three of my biggest mentors in network marketing and home-based business have all been homeless at one point. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I want to get rid of the shame of it. I want us all to connect and understand that if you help one person, you're going to help the whole planet, because that has a ripple effect. That person's transformed, and then that energy and that love gets carried to somebody else, and it goes boom, 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 boom. And it's just dominoes of love all over the planet. So this is a very long video, and I thank you so much if you are still watching. This is a huge thing. It's starting here, but I kind of have this vision that this could really be something. And so I invite you to be with me at the start of it. And you can be like, I was there. So please message me if you want to partake. And otherwise, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And go find a Michael. Bye, guys.